Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. I bring you greetings in the name of the Most High Yahweh and in the name of His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate those that are watching my videos, the different social media platforms, my Facebook page, my YouTube page, those that are subscribing. I just want to appreciate you. And on my TikTok page, my name is Aika Bensinedi, and on this day, I'm going to be speaking on the tradition of spiritual father. Spiritual father. You hear people say, it's my spiritual father. It's my spiritual father. It's not scriptural. It is a tradition which has been in existence for a long while. And these were some of the traditions that Yahushua HaMashiach came to correct. My emphasis is going to be on the scripture of Matthew chapter 23, verse 9. But if you go to verse 1 of the Matthew chapter 23, you will see that Yahushua HaMashiach was talking to the multitude and to his disciples. And if you look at that entire chapter, he talks about the seven woes to the scribes and Pharisees, that is condemnation, seven causes, seven condemnation to the scribes and the Pharisees. So, however, my emphasis on chapter 9, which says, call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your father, which is in Shamayim. The word Shamayim means heaven, which is in heaven. I'm reading from the Cephas Bible. If you read from other translation, you will see heaven there. So, say, call no man father upon the earth. Does that mean that there's nothing like father upon the earth? No. In scriptures, we could see that father is mentioned in two dimensions. One is in biological dimension, which is our biological father, our natural father, which has to do with our ancestry. And the second one is the spiritual father, who is the spiritual father, who is in heaven. And his name is Yahweh. He is in heaven. He is our Adon. He is our Loa. He is the Most High. He is in heaven, Shamayim. In both the physical and spiritual, whether it be physical father, spiritual father, the two have ties, have something to do with bloodline. It has something to do with bloodline. In the natural, the father, the children carry the bloodline of the father. In the same vein, as spiritual father, which is Yahweh, we also carry a bloodline through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach, who came to share his blood, because his son carried his blood. The blood of the fetus, the blood of the baby, is connected to the father. So Yahushua HaMashiach had the blood of the father. In the same vein, we are also connected to that bloodline, which is the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach that was shared for you and I. I'm going to be talking on that later on, but that's not my emphasis in this teaching. The biological father has something to do with the ancestral bloodline, while the spiritual father also has something to do with the spiritual bloodline. It's very important for us to know this. Now, let us go deeper a little. In the strong Hebrew, the Hebrew numbering for father is H1, which is transliterated as Abba. Abba, A-B, Ab. Is translated as Ab. A-B. What is the meaning in Hebrew? 1, the father of an individual. Ab is the father of an individual in Hebrew. 2, it is the Aloha as father of his people. King James will say the God as father of his people. he does not carry that title God. His title is Eloah, which is the Most High. Most High as the Father of his people. Eloah. 3. Meaning of the Hebrew word Father. The head or founder of a household, group, family, or clan. 4. The fourth one is ancestor. The fourth meaning is ancestor, which has to do with grandfather, forefathers, and the rest. Having been able to establish these different meanings, one is biological, which is father of an individual, and second is the father of his people in regard to our Eloah, and he is in heaven. So we could see from this definition, Hebrew definition, that there's a biological father and there's a spiritual father which is in heaven, which is in Shammai, which is in heaven. So those are the two dimensions of father by this strong Hebrew explanation. Now let's go down to Greek. Let's go down to Greek. The Greek numbering for father is G3962, which is translated as pater, P-A-T-E-R. What is the meaning? 1. The generator or male ancestor. That's biological. 2. Metaphorically. The Greek brought in a metaphorical explanation to this. Metaphorically, under metaphorically, A, the originator and transmitter of anything. B, under A, you have the originator and transmitter of anything. Under A, you have 1, the author of a family or society of persons animated by the same spirit as himself. That's 1, which is biological. 2, 1 who has infused his own spirit into others, who actuates and governs their minds. This definition, we can refer to it as being spiritual in a way. Then, B, under metaphorical definition, B, we have 1 who stands in a father's place and look after another in a paternal way. C, under metaphorical meaning, we have a title of honor, which is given to teachers, which is also given to the members of the Sanhedrin. That's where the tradition of father came into existence. And 3, the Eloah is called the father. Now, how can from the above Greek definition, we could see that the Sanhedrin took it as a title of honor. It became a tradition of men. That's where the tradition came into existence. Can man take the glory of the maker? That's a question we should ask ourselves. Can man take the glory of a maker? No. So why would the Greek writers bring in a metaphorical explanation to the concept of father, when originally there are actually 2 dimensions, which is the biological and spiritual. The biological has to do with your ancestry, and the spiritual has to do with your father that is in Shammai, in heaven. That's why Yahushua mentioned in that verse in our opening verse of scripture, that call no man father on the earth. He was talking about the spiritual dimension. Call no man father on the earth except your father who is in the Shammai, who is in heaven. So why will a man on the earth begin to bear the title of father? It didn't start today. It started in the ancient times, even in the days of Yahushua HaMashiach, where the Sanhedrin were taking the title of honor as father. They were being addressed as father. And that was why Yahushua HaMashiach came to correct that tradition of man. I'm going to be ending this video now, and there will be a part 2 of this video. So please watch out for the part 2, which is coming shortly.